not only a rotation, we're going right onto another opponent's bunker.
Ooh. You know, I like to throw down a challenge every now and then. And I like where Bucky's at right now. If Bucky wins this game, I will put a praise tweet about Bucky on my Twitter. I've never done that in the history of Fortnite.
Okay, I like that. I like that, Vanda.
So that's my challenge. I like to throw some of those out there every once in a while. That's it. So
okay.
I will shout out Bucky FPS. You know, I know he definitely needs some support from Panda's community.
From Panda.
So that is a joke, obviously. But for Tax, oh man, I think he needs a little more of the support. Losing his teammate early, he's going to be moving, grooving, trying to just stay alive, stay afloat. But I like this little structure that he's playing around it. But this team around him is going to try and fight him.
Oh.
Wow. Wait, that was Reddish or Impin?
That was disgusting too. A little slide to knock up his opponent into the wall, connected by another shotgun shot. You said it yourself, they had the outfit that Reddish and Enpin were rocking, so it was one of the two players, not sure which, but what I do know is Tax now is feeling good. He's got a decent loadout, actually a solid loadout to play out the rest of this match. The issue is he is playing alone, playing as a solo, so he's going to have to plan out his rotations carefully.
I like what he did there. He threw down, there's only one shield, so it's not necessarily worth carrying, so he throws it down and really gets to think about the loot in front of him and then make decisions. Whereas in situations like this, where now Maddie's up against the wall with Sinad, just trying to hold on. And, oh my gosh, here we go.
That's one from Ecstatic. Thief Snout looking to continue with that. 6 eliminations. They're getting closer and closer to Bucky and his duo partner that are currently leading this match in terms of eliminations. Looks like the Shockwaves are going to get picked up. They still have to make their way to zone, just like Bucky, but he knows that there's players rotating late, and he's going to capitalize on that by taking shots, and not only taking shots, pushing right into the action, and it pays off. That's another elimination, bringing them up to 9.
This is massive here. They have not slowed down, and they continue to play this one very, very strongly. You love to see it here from Bucky and co, but no. Now it's changing. Bucky's been knocked and fully eliminated here in the feed, leaving it up to his teammate to try and make something happen. That's going to be a tough one to come back from, as Somerset and her teammate in Pradej is also still in this one, healthy and alive. They could be making a comeback run as well, but Pfluger, all by himself, needs to make something big happen here.
Sniper rifle in hand. One shot needed to connect. All he needs is that headshot, that game-changing shot to continue moving forwards. There's so many duos that are still up. You can see Jayth and Noah.
Oh no!
Are winners from the last match, looking incredibly strong. They have both players on their feet. Quick little refresh for the Shockwaves as well. Now it's down to 8 players, 6 opponents for this duo, and he hears some of them close by. Another opportunity to rack up the elimination counter, but he has to connect those shots. Double 50, gets the crack, just a couple more, and the knock gets taken by Noah as they have to find a way to get the zone.
Good play here, goes for height, now controls the high ground with the bunker. It's just a matter of taking shots on everybody else, trying to get close here. Few shots land here, and that's going to be massive for Jayth, but the follow-up isn't quite there with the teammate, but there's one. The elimination comes through. Can he make it another? He's looking for 2. Noah picks up the second, and it all comes down to this. Just 2 players remain other than them, and it's done. It is done. Another victory royale in the books for Jayth, and Noah plays.
Wow, consistency is all that I have to say for this duo. They weren't playing flashy. They weren't playing over-aggressive. They waited for the last moment to strike, and then they went in and capitalized on it to get the back-to-back victory royale, and their match history is going to be looking consistent now.
Takada, this is 2 days of consistency at this point. They were on top of the leaderboard all day yesterday. They stumbled a little bit at the beginning of game 1 today. Other than that, they've been in the top. They've been in the W column every single game so far. Things start to change after this, but I don't know. This is having 2 vanilla games back to back and being able to win both of them with big elimination points like this. That's going to be huge for their overall standings.
Yeah, it's not like
Remember-
it was very close too in the last moments there, right? They just didn't get that many eliminations in the early game. They played it safe, they played it calm, collected, and then they went all out in the last zone and picked up that VR.
Remember what we said before, though? They thrive in those vanilla games. Now we don't have the vanilla games. The safe zone's going to be active. Weapons are going to be vaulted from their inventory. So it's going to be a very different experience here for Jayth and Noah Plays. Will they still continue to be on top after that? That's the real question.
Folks, I hope you've enjoyed the normal Fortnite we've had for you because it's going out the window. We got chaos coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Twitch Rivals. Farm Battle Royale Showdown on Twitch Rivals featuring Fortnite, folks. We're 3 games in, halfway through our tournament. We got 3 more games to go. The rules are going to get pretty chaotic as we get through it. I'm Wayfunk. I got Tokata and Panda as well. And I mean, Panda, I'm just excited to see what our leaderboard looks like. We didn't really see where Happy Girl and Tax ended. They've been at the top of our leaderboard so far today. Do they remain there? No, not quite. Actually, well, okay, this is map number 3. This is map number 3. But
I was about to say, it's just map 3.
this is map 3.
But
they are down there.
4 points is definitely not enough.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough up there. We'll see where they are on the final board. But 22 points here for Takata, for Noah and Jayth. Excellent performance again.
Yeah, I think that's going to be enough. I'm trying to calculate. I don't remember exactly how many points Noah and Jayth had, but I know they were kind of in that top 3, top 4 realm. So alongside these 22 points, it should be enough to bump them up.
Huge note as well, Bucky up there in the top 4 of this game. He was in dead last coming out of game 2 in our overall standings, so shouldn't be the case anymore. A massive improvement there, and let's see where things are. Up on top again, Noah and Jayth with 46 points, leapfrogging over Happy Gal and Tax now by 8 points, so they take the lead there. And yes, I mean, there's a lot of a big shakeup here. Thieves and Ecstatic, a team we haven't talked about almost at all, having 20-point game here, Panda.
Yeah, it's pretty massive. And to be honest, like Thieves and Ecstatic, 2 phenomenal players. Thieves, obviously a veteran, not only in the zero build space, but in the rival space too. Playing alongside Ecstatic. This is one of the first times I've ever gotten to see Ecstatic play. So watching him compete in that last game and the way he was just getting elimination after elimination after elimination showed that he's starting to wake up and maybe unlock a different version in the second half of this competition. And that's kind of what you need to do at this point. You need to start moving and grooving here because you can't just sit idly by for too long.
Yeah, well, we'll see how things change as we get into map number 4. There's a few other teams you look at on that list. I was looking at Maddie and Colazo there. They had 14 points in game number 1, only managed to get 1 point, the minimum amount of points in games 2 and 3 when we're playing the vanilla modes. But now that we're going back into game 4, we're starting to shake things up again. For the game 4, the safe mode is going to be on until Storm Circle number 2. So we'll see no eliminations in the early games, and as well, we will also see a number of banned weapons. The Machinist Combat Assault Rifle, the Enforcer AR, the Tactical Assault Rifle, Combat Assault Rifle, Tri-Beam Laser Rifle, and the Warforged Assault Rifle. If it's an AR, basically, you can't use it this game. That's going to shake things up here. I mean, given the loadouts we've been seeing so far, Takata, do you feel like that's going to be a big change for our players as we head into the game?
For the players that have been succeeding in the previous matches, I think so. If you saw what Jayth was doing in the late game, kind of lasering the players out of the sky, those were with assault rifles. So now that they don't have those anymore, they're going to have to mix things up. But the game is ready, so we don't have to wait long. Let's see how they're going to be able to close this one out. Look at us.
Hi, Jayth.
Hello.
Big shout out to Jayth there. But yep, first place here as of right now. This is going to be a good start here for them. They're going to dive straight into this one, going right back over to the Lavish Lair area. You see where their mark hits, right? And for those at home that are wondering, oh, is that where they're landing? No, that's where they pull their umbrella to make sure they have the best drop for Lavish Lair, meaning they have a drop map and they have a base or a high-level understanding of what they need to do to get the best drop landing at their POI. So just something to keep in mind there for them. Wait, as I say that, he's going to land on the mark. I was like,
unfortunate.
That's typically how it would work out for a drop map. But they
look at that
decided
item.
not to land at Lavish. Interesting.
I think Lavish is still uncontested. They might know that, so they might just be capitalizing on
I don't have a gun. I gotta get a gun.
going. I'm trying to listen to the comms
I
here.
got a gun.
I have a bunch of guns.
Oh, I think they're trying to play aggressive against someone.
Okay. Using the ship in a bottle
Let's take
to
a
catch
look
up.
here. No, or is he going for the NPCs?
Nice.
Yeah. Look at that item. That's crazy, the new item. Anyways, yeah, they're going to try and take out the NPCs here. They know Lavish is uncontested, so they're going to take a bit of time to take out this mini boss fight, get the extra loot, and then they can head on over to Lavish once again and continue finishing up their regular loot path and picking up everything they might need for the late game. As a reminder, though,
I'm dropping
basically
C4.
all assault rifles are
Full
banned
perish.
against players, so
Team.
they will
Get
not
over
be
here.
able to use those,
Cracked him.
and you
Right here.
cannot,
Trying to pickaxe swing.
Let him live. Let him live.
yeah, you cannot technically, I think Noah's forgot that there's a safe zone rule, and you shouldn't actually
Oh my goodness.
be
There's a lot of negative points here for this.
Oh,
shooting at players right now.
Do they not
And there is a
remember?
penalty of
they
10
forgot.
points. There is a 10-point penalty if you end up eliminating a player
Know that.
with the safe zone rules. I think Noah's just realized
Okay, I'm dropping it.
that's 10
Wait, combat shotgun's
points.
banned too.
That is
You
a
can't even use
lot
that.
of points. They have
Wait.
46
Safe
points
zone
right now.
rule.
But if you eliminate someone,
God.
you minus
Sorry.
10 points. So they're going to be
Wait,
dropped down to
frick. Where are they at? I'm about to
36
give them something
points
to help them. Where are they at?
from that error.
Wow, that's actually
You,
massive.
do you hear what he's doing though? He's gonna go try and find the teammate and give them some loot to like balance the
Yeah,
scales
I'm
here.
sorry. Oh, and it was Vanessa and Crackley.
Yeah.
Tyler said, "Are we drones
Well,
or what?" Cause what?
They're like, are we the drones? No, you're right. There is a safe zone, so you can't shoot other players until second zone appears or first zone closes. Just a quick reminder, so each game normally has their own unique changes to them. So in this game, for example, we have the safe zone rule active where you cannot engage in combat until the first zone closes and the second zone appears. But Noah forgot about that, and he ended up eliminating one of the opponents when it was against the rules. So he's going to be penalized 10 points now from his current leaderboard standing. So he's going to go from 46 points to 36, if my math is correct. And then we'll continue playing out
Which
the
means
match.
Happy Gal and
Also-
Tax are back in #1, baby.
Let's
Yeah.
go! They are
That's
actually. Look at that. They are.
That's massive. So now if Tax and Happy Gal have a just pretty standard game for them, not like some of the lower games, but at least a little closer to that first game they played,
Yeah.
they easily secure first place ahead of these other teams. So a minus 10-point game is a massive blow for Jaith and Noah plays.
Well, and again, they can
Unfortunate.
still earn points in this game. It's just
Yeah.
it'll be 10 points subtracted from that. So now it's kind of like it is still a big thing, but it's not like they're only getting negative 10 points here.
I mean,
Yeah.
assault rifles are also banned too, so that's the other change. Basically, every assault rifle is banned, so you'll see a lot of shotguns and SMGs, but no ARs.
Yeah. Wait, is there negative points for using an AR too? Because technically Noah used an
Yeah,
AR.
didn't he use an
before he
AR?
got
You
his own.
gotta wait a minute.
Yeah, it was like, hold on, we might have, but there might be some more negative points, but
We're gonna leave that up to the judges if it's a double whammy of two. He not only
This
broke
is
the
a-
safe zone rule, but he also broke
This
the
is
weapon
this is
rule.
pass interference and targeting and like roughing the ref. Like, it's just 60 negative yards.
Bro did everything. Maybe minus 15 points. We'll see kind of what the judges decide, but in general, if it's an elimination, it's minus 10 points, and if it's kind of griefing, so if he like tagged someone with the AR but didn't eliminate them, then it would have been minus 5 points. But since he eliminated them, it's 10. I don't know if they're gonna add on to that, being that it was with an AR, but we'll have to see. We'll see what happens.
maybe the judges will have a change of heart a bit, showing that Noah realized after the fact and gave him a half pot. You know, sharing the wealth.
A little.
In the rules, it's like it's negative 10 points unless you're nice about it, and help the duo. Then it's only -3.
Wait,
Wait,
this is
guys, we're
another
still
fight.
too early.
He's full glove.
Guys,
What
we
are
gotta
we
relax.
doing?
We gotta calm down. We gotta calm down.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh, they're going to finish off the duo
no.
as well. That's minus 20 points. They're going to be down to 12 points.
Oh,
Nice.
This is still the first zone, isn't it?
I'm grabbing the fist unless you need it.
I don't think second zone has appeared yet. I might be mistaken. Maybe second zone's already appeared, but I'm pretty sure that's the first one.
play our game.
Actually,
now.
maybe not. Maybe not.
And they used an AR for the elimination, so they might.
Oh wait, so they might even lose.
Oh, they're talking about it.
Double dipping,
Yeah.
double dippers.
Yo, that's crazy.
Double
They used
dippers.
AR and they
They were just in the moment too. That's tough. I feel bad. You know, because they were.
Wait,
probably
are
like,
they-
I'm
are
on
they
that
listening to us?
W high.
Hey, happy gal. Hope you're doing well.
That would be interesting if they were playing and listening,
Feeling myself.
But-
I'm feeling myself.
I'm pretty sure it's being talked about.
Yeah, happy gal. If your chat is here, or anybody from your chat is here, tell her we said hi.
Nitros right here. I'll see you have 6
I
already.
have 6.
All right, let's see what the game plan is for the rest of this match.
Myself. I feel so.
The good news is they have a lot of freedom here to
Without
loot
him.
up and kind of pick up what they
You
want
have
to do in the late
shockwaves?
game.
No.
So
I'm just using these.
nitro
'Cause I've got
splashes,
fizz,
shield
bunks,
bubbles,
and
Lowberry
splashes.
fizz, bunkers
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
are some items that you're going to want to look for here.
Okay, we'll try to
And it
find
looks
you
like they're
some.
trying to
Only
loot
thing I
up as
think
quickly
is
as
maybe
possible.
if we
What
venture off
I've
down
seen
here.
from Tax and Happy Gal is they kind of like playing a bit on the uncongested side of zones. It's like seeing where the zone closes and they go to the side of the map.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
I don't
on.
think you needed to mute for that one.
Where's my? Wait, here.
Another one? Or
Wait, we're getting another emote?
Get another
Hello,
emote?
everybody. So good to see you.
Hello.
Hello.
It's great to see you too.
So good to see you.
And now they
Am
just
I-
get
am I
sniped,
right?
imagine.
Imagine. Oh my goodness, it'd be so funny.
Headshot snipe. Just that would be our fault. I would feel terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, we're tuning in with Thieves. I believe this is the first time we got to see Thieves stream POV. So nice to see how he's doing. Locked in. Waiting out the safe zone rules.
That's not bad. We're good.
Who
Two
did
locked
he
in,
kill?
maybe.
I don't even know who he killed.
No.
Boom
Oh,
bolt. Once
that-
again, being put to good use here. We
Mm.
talked
Oh,
about it
okay.
earlier. Does a lot of AoE
Yo, do I get
damage,
EMPs off of the
which
bow?
is good. And they're also
I'll
playing
shoot
close to this launch pad.
both,
You
bro.
can see on the screen as
both,
well.
both.
They got the
I don't
forecast
SMG,
tower,
I
so they're
just-
going
I
to be
just
able to
got bow
see
shotgun.
where these upcoming zones are going to be
Fun, I guess.
appearing, and
If
they
we
can
can
kind
get a drum mag on
of
this, that'd be
pre-plan for
dope.
that and rotate earlier
we have
on.
no
So if they
heals,
use
so
the
you have
launch
to-
pad
you
now
have
to
to
get
carry
into
You're
the
carrying
next
heals.
zone,
Why are you not carrying heals?
I
Well,
can't
know
carry
why.
shields if I want to carry nitro clutch. Think about it.
Oh, okay. Well, then drop your gloves, dude. You don't need to rock double mobility.
Bro, nitro
Moving
is
on.
in 40 regardless about
All right,
the
I
mobility.
dropped my EMP. I dropped my
They're
EMP.
hanging out here.
I got full fizz.
The EMPs only matters.
No, you-
Listen,
So-
having the
so I
forecast
got
tower
you.
is such an
Listen,
advantage.
at the same
Like
time, you just build
watching
up
that
to, like,
zone
in a
just
bunker, like,
flash out of the corner of my eye
Yeah.
is
Come on,
like
we can just get to that, though,
it's
bro.
just
For
so
sure.
nice
Just
to
right over
have. And
the
I think
edge.
so many people forget about the
Sure.
forecast tower,
They're all fighting
but
by,
the
like,
value's
guys.
there. If you have a chance to run for it, always go for it.
You wanna go?
100%. I mean, in top tier Fortnite competitive, for example, the FNCS tournaments, you have constant battles for those forecast towers. A lot of duos using everything they have to try and secure it.
Bubbles and 6 nitro and then
That's how beneficial it can be for your match. I'm curious to see now that we've gone through 3 matches, halfway through the tournament, if kind of the play style is going to change up a little bit. There's been a lot of aggression in game 2 and 3 after vehicles were removed. So now I wonder if players are going to continue with that aggression like what we saw from Bucky in the last match, or if they're going to play a little bit more calm, a little bit more collected now. But I don't know. I think Bucky's going to continue with his kind of aggressive wrath, to be fair. He was looking quite motivated, quite confident, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see him do it once again.
Yeah, and he needs a second massive game. So for them, that's going to be the focus. Is just staying alive, getting eliminations along the way, pressing and pushing people once the zone or the safe zone is officially lifted, which it is lifted now at this time,
I need to get my fizz.
I believe.
Kind of a bop, but
Yeah, it's lifted now. You
Yeah.
can go for engagements.
I have
These
second
new
zone appears,
zones,
so.
I was about to say, these new zones like
Let me put a drum mag
are
and
so
then-
fast. Sometimes it's hard to
Put a
track the
drum mag
first
on
2
and I can put
zones
more, I think.
because they blend in with the other, 10.
Good news for Vanessa and Crackly is they did get the bunker.
No, I popped them.
So that's a bit of extra loot, a bit of extra ammunition as well. Rockets you can even see
Us going
for that
across the
boom
map,
bolt. So
There's gonna be
they're going to continue
however many
to
teams, if they're gonna
rotate on
bring
in
us,
now
you don't
for
have fizz.
Vexy and Clutch Shot.
I do have fizz.
I'm trying to look at the loadout here. 4 bunkers, 6
Yeah,
nitro
sure.
splashes,
Oh,
nitro fists. And they even have the forecast tower, but it looks like call out is coming through. They found a duo, and they're going to play aggressive.
Dropping down though. They're going to be
Yeah,
playing
that's
for
what
the
happened
fight.
to
One gonna be down. That's gonna be Cruiser.
Oh, it's Bucky's duo.
This is rough. They needed the opposite of this to happen right now. Sure enough, Bucky now left his solo player going head to head against Vexy and Clutch Shot. Vexy has the advantage and he cleans it up here. That's going to be 2 eliminations for them and a clean sweep of Bucky's duo.
Yeah, Bucky and his duo now back in the lobby from all that confidence and aggression in the previous match. Now going down early. It's going to be a bit devastating to the position on the leaderboard, but with a couple more matches to be played out after this, they still have an opportunity to come back. Thieves, on the other hand, already in 4th place, doesn't have to get so much of a pop-off game to maintain his spot at the top. It's more just make it to the late game and pick up a few eliminations alongside it.
Yeah, so much on the line here for these teams. Getting a more in-depth look, too, at this new POI as they slowly creep by it here. It does look like a good zone pool here. Wait, did you hear the call out?
I did not. What did he say?
And Ecstatic saying this is their rivals to win.
Okay.
I like the confidence, man. They were making a comeback last game, so they have a similar game here in number 4. We could actually see them climb into a top 3 contention.
I have faith. I got faith, Panda. I believe in them. They're close. I mean, 4th place. All they need is a decent game, not even a win. So we'll see if they're able to do it. Noah and Jafe now back in the zone. Oh, that loadout looks dangerous. We'll see if they're able to find some med kits or something to heal themselves up. Maybe even a campfire would be nice.
It'd be perfect.
You can see them taking shots at some opponents, but so far nothing too risky.
Oh, man. Running away, disengaging here. Oh, but immediately finding another. This could be huge. That's 24 white damage. Could be the elimination they need, and there it is. Mole Makeout Hill is going to be taken out here at the hands of Thieves. But there are still players looming close by, so they need to make sure they take advantage of this now, and that's going to be one. Going for the shockwaves, though. Wait, interesting choice here. Opt to keep the shield EMPs versus the bubbles. Is that something you would have done, Tokata?
If I was about to play very aggressive and push a team, yeah. If I was playing for the late game and there's not even vehicles in the match, probably not.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I was like, without the vehicles, like the value of those EMP grenades, like, are a lot less. But I guess there's still value nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad item to have, so we'll definitely see them getting or putting it to work if they push some opponents or play a bit more aggressive. But I'm curious to see how Tax and Happy Guy will do it. We talked about it at the start of this match. They kind of do like playing a bit safer. As you can see, they're on the edge of the map here. They don't want to force anything too early, but you got to be careful with the rocks being thrown at them. There's no assault rifles in this match, so Tax is kind of forced to try and hit his shots with an SMG from a far range, but it's quite difficult.
Here we go. This could be a good moment for them. You hear them calling it out. They said, look, they're getting shot at. Let's take advantage of this. Let's move around them. Let's do what we got to do. But it's still very sketchy to move from this position because they're so far up into the open. I do like them using that natural cactus shield ability. I think that's huge. But still, I don't like the position they're in right now.
Yeah. I mean, it could be worse, though. They did pull this next zone, so they don't have to make a rotation yet. As long as the opposing duo doesn't hold them, they should be fine. We'll look in here. Cosmic, though. Looks like he was able to get a knock and now finish it up as well. The duo partner, though, not sure where they might be positioned at. Not Cosmic's duo, but the opponent's duo of the one they just fully eliminated. I assume they might have ran away, or imagine they're just in that bush right beside them.
They're just chilling.
Just hiding. That'd be kind of funny.
Interesting choice to break the bunker.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that would be like a bit of wasted time. But like, hey, listen, Cosmic might know something that we just don't, Tokata.
Maybe he doesn't want players. He knows he's not going to go back to that bunker.
Yeah,
And if he's holding that side of the zone, he doesn't want people to use it for cover. So
it makes sense.
I guess that might be why. I can't really think of anything else, though.
And that's your pro insight with Tokata.
Oh, that was crazy. I think I just got that's the first time I got jump scared from a Twitch rival.
Oh, same.
Right before the switch, a quick rock to the face. I wonder how Cosmic's doing after that one. Hopefully he doesn't have a headache or a concussion.
Or a broken chair from
Yeah.
flying out of it. But
Finish them in.
nevertheless, Rotten Twinkies, good to see him still in this one. Clutch shot as well.
Can you boom bolt their tree, bro?
Yeah.
Looks like here.
Oh, they're low. They're super low.
Oh,
I like this use of the car. They weren't really getting in it, but they were using it as shield and cover around, which, again, not necessarily against the rules.
that's huge as well. That was a disgusting connection from the boom ball. Now followed up by 2 eliminations. Whoa, what was the duo that rocked that skin? Was it Colazzo and his duo partner?
Maddie?
I forget. Maddie, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
it was Colazzo and
I think
Maddie.
you could be right.
So I think he just got 2 eliminations onto them.
Yeah, brother, no
Uh-oh.
Just to shoot me, brother. We're good.
What? Oh, I was like,
Vexy's back. He's back. He's back. Just a little,
a little scared.
tripped a little bit. That's all.
That's the scariest thing, to see your teammate just standing still out in the open. It's like,
happened to all of us.
hello, yeah, it 100%. Happened to me in a 1v1 against Okada, but it was voluntary because he was beating me 20-0.
Didn't have to expose yourself like that. But it's okay.
Listen, I'm an honest guy, you know.
Honesty is important. Just like being supportive, as we're looking for the most supportive player today. So we'll have to see who ends up taking that. I like that all these players are making use of the Nitro Fists, though. It's almost crucial to have them in 0 build, especially when vehicles aren't put into play. 22 players up. It's looking similar to the previous 2 matches. A lot of aggression. Not a lot of players holding on. During these mid-game situations, as you can see how aggressive a lot of these duos are playing, especially Vexy and Clutch Shot. I would argue they've been the most aggressive duo, not only today, but even yesterday. They were playing just like this.
Absolutely.
Hit this ring, hit this ring.
I gotta ask. So far, we've seen a lot of support plays. Do you have anybody in mind for the most supportive award so far?
Wait, hit the ring.
I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure.
I have one, but I'll wait. I want you to think about it first before I say it.
Okay. I'll let you keep that one. Thing about Vexy and Clutch Shot is they're both being incredibly supportive,
Close.
and they almost have more synergy and chemistry than anything.
You know, for me, I'm leaning when it comes to that support award. I gotta say, happy gal. And the reason I say that is Tax has a legitimate cheerleader dancing for him while he's playing
He's
it out.
fragging out.
So I mean that's a lot of support for one duo.
That is true. That is true.
I guess it just
I
depends
agree
on how
with
you
that.
look at the word support.
And come back.
Cool.
I mean, they've been doing very well, making it to the late game, almost every single match from that kind of safer, more conservative play style. I wonder where they're at right now, because they did base up on the southern part of the zone where I think it even pulled towards. So they've had some pretty good luck with the zones in this match, but Clutch Shot unable to connect those boom bolt shots. There it is. That's one. If they keep doing enough damage, it might be enough for them to play aggressive, but you got to be careful. That's 2 times now. Clutch has just shot the boom bolt at his own bunker. Took off 100 shield from himself.
Yeah, you gotta love it. You know, you and I have been in the same boat.
I like that he's just locked in. He didn't even say anything to Vexy. He just kept on shooting. We'll see. Look, this is what I was curious about. Tax and Happy Gal,
On that hill.
they are playing conservative, 0 eliminations, but they're also looking healthy.
So good, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's been successful for them. Oh, I think the high elimination game they had all came towards the end game too. So we could see that repeat itself here. Oh, that's what I was hoping for. Tax is a monster
He is
with a
disgusting.
sniper rifle.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to check out his short form content, it's literally just montages of him using a sniper rifle.
I've
It's
seen
kinda
those.
nuts.
I've seen those. Yeah. He frags out. He definitely frags out, and we might even get our own little montage here from Tax if he's able to pop off once again. We already got one in the first game. I wouldn't mind
I
another.
was saying, why weren't they getting
As
my
the
heat
zone does
earlier?
pull a bit northeast, so they're going to have to rotate. They have Nitro Fists, I believe, both of them, so
Yeah, I see that.
they don't have to rotate early is the thing, especially in zero build. You don't want to be the first player to initiate an engagement. You kind of want to be the third, fourth, even fifth party.
Please don't die while
So
Yeah.
they might just wait for the zone to start closing, take shots from afar, and then rotate in when they have to.
fucking them.
I knocked him. It's a
Huge
Oh.
play there. Jade's going to go down. That's going to be massive here. That's first and second going head to head against one another. And with Jade out of this one, that leaves Noah as a solo.
Yeah, Tax was not going to let that one slide. Got the supporter there. Supporter with the Flowberry Fizz. Making sure to recuperate Tax's HP and shield. But he needs more. The overshield's getting recharged now. Sniper rifle still in hand. Double bunker going to get placed, and they're in zone once again.
Oh!
Good night.
Maddie NF with the snipe of the day. Cleaning that one up quite well as Sinad now getting the advantage moving forward just ahead of Maddie. Both landing down straight into a bunker. Another team just behind them. They need to be careful. Sinad taking some shots there. Unfortunately, not going to be able to convert that into an elimination. But as people close closer and closer to them, more opportunities come for those eliminations to stack up.
Looking to see if any other angles can be found here. Shield bubbles getting put to good use. The zone does pull quite far, so they have to make a long rotate here. I see Nitro Fists in the inventory. Duo partner trying to kind of IGL their way through this. They found a nice little position to hide at temporarily, as now the Nitro Fists are going to be used.
Huge plays here coming out as they rotate ahead. This is a nice little ledge, too, that they found. So just a matter of catching some of these players off guard. Could we see another Maddie and F snipe here to finish off the game as Sined connects some massive shots there into the player in the bunker. But they just need to jump up, diving in, cleans
Good
it
night.
up. Maddie, what are you on?
From the snipe to the Nitro Fist slam onto her opponent. That's another one in the lobby. Tax as well picks up a second. Looking for a third with the sniper rifle as he's going to get that finish. Can he pick up a bit of the loot is the question. Just 49 HP and 13 shield to work with. Tax has to be careful here, but he hits the headshot snipe. Is it going to permit him to play aggressive? It looks like it is. He goes right on into his opponent's box, gets the full-on finish, and he's not done.
He's not done at all. He continues to look for it. He is using his utility up a little bit, but him and Happy Gal both still in this one, and potentially the last full duo, depending on how this comes out. The shots are raining in, though. Lots of players flying around them. All they need is to connect one. One big elimination converts it all in their favor, but we have to wait and see. Players flying left and right. Happy Gal going to the sky.
Okay.
I love this play. This is a good one from her. Big shot, but not a full elimination. So close. And there it is. A knock.
That's 4 eliminations for the duo now. Players flying up and crashing down like meteors from the sky. And it's Tax with the final elimination and the second victory royale of the day.
This is what you love to see, folks. Tax and Happy Gal holding 2 games. Jade and Noah Plays holding 2 games. This is a race for first place. And honestly, at this point, it's anyone's.
This is crazy. The moment we reintroduced the shenanigans, Takada, it goes right back to game number 1. And this time it wasn't even just Tax all the way. We saw Happy Gal then getting an elimination as well, contributing there, not just playing support, but actually getting some damage in as well.
Look, I gotta give it to them. The victory royales from Happy Gal and Tax have been like movies. They have been cinematic. I mean, from the Nitro Fizz, the first one, Tax gets an uppercut slow-mo for the VR. Now the second victory royale, crashing down like a meteor from the sky. Nitro Fist in the last opponent. I mean, they have been incredible, and we still have matches to be played out. So I'm excited to see how this is shuffled up, that leaderboard.
Yeah. That leaderboard's going to be crazy for a number of reasons. For stuff that happened at the beginning of the game, stuff that happens at the end of the game. I don't know what it's going to look like, but folks, we're going to take a quick break. Let other people get the numbers right in the back. We'll come back. We'll let you know what the standings look like going. Welcome back to the State Farm Battle Royale Showdown on Twitch Rivals featuring Fortnite. Folks, we've got 2 more games to go, and so far we've had 2 teams win every game. We've had 2 go to Noah and Jaith, 2 go to Tax and Happy Gal. Who's going to take it at the end? We don't know, folks. I'm waiting. We got Tokata, we got Panda. Panda was asking a question while you were away from the computer there during the break, Tokata. He was like, so who do we really think's got this? And I'm going to be honest, it feels so up in the air.
I don't know why you're asking me, because I can't tell you either way, Fuck. I have no idea who has it. I know one of the 2 duos most likely has it. Probably, maybe, right? I mean, both duos with the only victory royales of the day. You said it yourself, 2-2. Who's going to be in the top, though? Only time will tell when we check out the leaderboard. But there's also going to be other names that have been consistent up there. Any names you kind of saw in the late game that you think have been popping off, Panda?
Ooh, it's tough, right? I think no matter what, if there is other teams that are popping off, they still can't come close to first and second.
Yeah.
Because first and second have literally won every single game on the day so far, and that's going to be tough to come back from. But we'll see who competes for third and below.
Let's take a look at the standings of Game 4. See, what does this leaderboard look like, folks? Who got the most points? Who lost points? How do things turn out? I'm excited to see how this one looks. I do believe Happy Gal and Stacks, yep, they will be up on top there with 20 points for that win. Clutch Shot and Vexy going to come in second with 19. A close battle there between our top teams. But you'll notice one team that is absent. We'll talk about them on the second page, I believe, here, Tokata.
I got scared for a second. I thought this was the overall standings, and I was like, where is Noah? But we can see this is just the standings from map 4. Replays in 11th with Thieves for 2 and 2 points. And it looks like Noah and Jaith, even though they were able to secure a significant amount of points during that match, it is going to come down to an average of -1.
I mean, honestly, given the way that started with them just kind of like botting in and immediately breaking the rules here, Panda, I feel like that is a good result for them to like completely nullify the negative points, which leads us to this overall leaderboard. They are still absolutely in the running with 2 games left to play. Happy Gal and Tax ahead of the rest of the competition by 7 points.
This is crazy.
Yeah, this is going to be insane. I mean, look, we also can't count out Pilkey and Hanky, right? Like, this is kind of what happened yesterday. You guys were talking about it before. Like, they just ended up having a clutch game there towards the end to finish in second. So it's like they're still kind of in this, especially if like the next 2 games don't go in anyone's favor. We could see Hanky and Pilkey climb the board. But folks, if you're listening and you're playing in this, watch the rules, because this points right now is massive.
Look,
It would
the
be-
good news, though, the good news is that in this next match, there's no weapon restrictions or safe zone restriction. We do have hotspot at Brutal Beachhead, but there shouldn't be any penalties.
Okay. So we should just see maybe some extra points for landing in the hot spot. Not really. Otherwise, we are just kind of playing. This is going to be maybe a little bit more similar to games 2 and 3, where we had just basic 0 build Fortnite, and we heard from Noah and Jake yesterday saying, you know, chasing those objectives sometimes throws us off. Let's just play our game. We might see another win there for our duo that's won 2 of the games so far. But I do want to quickly talk about Clutchshot and Vexy sitting in second place right now. I feel like we keep on kind of like casually mentioning them, and they haven't gotten the VR just yet, so they haven't been like the team that we're talking about at the end of the game. But they're quietly, just very casually sitting there right away in second place, just 7 points behind the leaders.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see if they can keep up with that aggression, because there's like a risk factor to it, right? They're playing incredibly aggressive from the start of the match, like early game, mid game, they're pushing duos, they're going for elims, and it's working out. They're getting to late games with a good amount of elims, and they're getting a decent amount of placement points alongside that. They haven't secured the VR yet, but they also haven't been eliminated directly off spawn, I think. There might have been one game where Bucky and his duo partner eliminated them like in the mid game, but they haven't ran into too many issues yet. So seeing that there's just a couple matches left, if they can keep up that consistency, they might even be able to take home first place.
We'll see.
They
if
very
can
well
do it.
could.
Yeah. No, I do want to also highlight quickly. We've had a number of times over the years of Twitch Rivals, a streamer come into the show and having their chat come into our chat and like make it like the Happy Gal show, like it's been going on right now. I don't think in my memory that streamer has ever led the tournament and never has had genuinely had a chance to win the whole thing. Like, they've never been in first place, period, much less first place consistently across more than half the tournament. So this is like, we're making Twitch Rivals history right here. Happy Gal's stream here with Tax. They are doing wonders here for the Twitch Rivals lore.
Records being broken, but they still have a job to finish. The job's not done.
True.
And there's 2 matches left to make it happen. But look, you talked about it a bit, Wavepunk. Noah and his duo partner, Jaith, did very good in kind of the vanilla matches where there was no weapon restrictions, there was no safe zones, just the standard 0 build battle royale. And this upcoming match is basically one of those. You have Hotspot where you get more points if you land at Brutal Beachhead, but if you don't, other than that, it's basically a vanilla match. And Noah and Jaith have a 100% win rate on these vanilla matches. So if that follows the trend, they might just be able to come back up the leaderboard.
I mean,
They definitely could.
Yeah, Panda, when you're in a spot like this, when you know there's this team as strong and as consistent as Noah and Jaith, if you're one of the other duos who's in this tournament and you know we're going into what is going to effectively be their bread and butter, so that we're going into their home field, their element, like, how do you prepare? What sort of strategy would you employ?
Ooh, you know, that's a good one. Honestly, you kind of have to think back to like what has duos done what have duos done in the past that can like disrupt the flow of first place. And I think there's one clear example that comes to mind. You land on them.
Pickaxe battle, baby. Land on them, fight them with the pickaxe.
You take the battle to them, and that's the only thing that I can think of that is like truly disruptive without obviously like doing too much, right? But
Yeah.
I think that's what we could see, especially if it gets to a point where, like, especially Jaith, for example, or Clutchshot's team is really just a few points off going into the final game. That's where you risk it all. You say, you know what? Look, Tax, Happy Gal, they haven't been challenged really off spawn, so maybe that's the difference, right? And that could be what ends up taking them out early and leading to one of these other teams winning.
That would be so brutal. No, that would be, and it feels like it's one of those things where I feel like Tokata, like every duo is hoping that some other duo will be the one to go do it because it's such a risk to you. But if someone else goes and takes care of it, right, you get to benefit too. Like the rising tide raises all ships in this case, but you just don't want to be the one person having to make that sacrifice.
I mean, we saw what happened in the FNCS Invitational. It was a similar situation. Last game, the top two duos landed on each other because it was the main way to kind of finish it off quickly. The third place wasn't even close. It was just a battle for first and second. So if it's a similar situation and we kind of get that off-spawn engagement, it's definitely going to be exciting. But like you said, it's also going to be stressful.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be a close one. Do you guys think? Okay, Panda, you were asking earlier, like, who do we think is gonna win? And it feels like a difficult question to answer. Do we think we're going to see a different winner, or do we think Noah and Jaith / Tax and Happy Gal will win the next two games?
I definitely don't think they both can win the last two. I think, yes, that would be insane if they did. But I think we're going to see a new winner in the next two games. Whether or not that new winner is impactful enough to make a shift in the top three, that's the real question. Because, like, if Clutch Shot wins, that's huge, right?
Yeah.
Because they're already in second place. So there are some teams that can be very disruptive with a win. And I do imagine we're going to see, actually, in game number 5, I'm going to call it now. It's not going to be a Tax win, and it's not going to be a Jaith win. We're going to have a new winner step up to the plate in this one. And I'm going to say it's not even going to be a top 5 winner. So somebody outside of the top 5 right now is about to win game number 5. I'm calling it now.
You know what? I think Clutch and Vexy are going to do it. I think Clutch and Vexy, it's a top 5 pick, but I think it's their game this time around.
Okay. I like this. I think you got to look out for Hanky and Pilkey as well, though. Like, man, this is their time. If yesterday is any measure, right, going into the final 2 games of the day, watch out for that duo, folks. You can see them all loaded up in the bus there, ready to go. Let's get into game number 5 and see who's able to take the victory royale.
Straight off the rip, it's going to be Noah and Jaith. We'll see how their early game has been played, or it's going to be played out. We saw that they kind of chose the safer route in the last match. They know that they've not been contested a single time in Lavish Lair, so they can kind of choose if they want to drop in the surroundings or if they want to drop directly on their POI. What do you think is going to happen, Panda?
I mean, I think they just do what works, right? So this time around, it looks like they are going to land a little more direct
Kinda, yeah. I don't know
into the
that well,
POI and then just rotate towards some of the stuff they have in the outskirts. Clutch Shot, Vexy.
Ooh, look
Here
at
it looks
that.
like, wait, were they always contested?
They were not, but this is the hot spot.
Wow.
This is Brutal Beachhead. You can see how many players want to get those extra points just for landing here. But it looks like a lot of them, too, might just land on this Nitro ring and say, bye-bye,
And
I
dip.
got my 2 points, I'm gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny to see all the players fly by them, but wait, and Clutch Shot and Vexy are actually going to take full advantage of this. They're going to be taking shots at some of the players that decided to save. This could be like a massive game if they can clean up some early game eliminations.
Yeah, they've already gotten 2 points from landing here. They're in second place right now, and if they're able to pick up some eliminations and set themselves up for the late game, I mean, I talked about it. This is my pick
Yeah, I'm coming.
for game winners here in the 5th match of the day. We'll see if they can make it a reality.
Also taking a risk, though. It's scary, right? It's like that in-between moment where you're like, oh, this could go really great for your team, or this could go really bad.
Yeah. As a quick reminder, their only changes to this current match is that hot spot. So you get points for landing at Brutal Beachhead, but there's no longer a safe zone, so you can eliminate any player you want whenever you want, and there's also no weapon restrictions, so you can use any weapon that you want during this match. You just get those extra points if you landed at Brutal Beachhead, which is why so many players decided to land here. But we'll see if Clutch Shot and Vexy can maybe pick up some eliminations alongside that.
All right, Tokata,
You let me know.
you've been watching the highest level gameplay for weeks now. What are the top 3 items in this season? Go.
Top 3 items in this season. Talking about weapons, you talking about, because look, there's some items in here that aren't available in top tier competitive Fortnite. My opinion, Boombolt, S tier. Boombolt is incredibly strong in the 0 build game mode. AoE, does a lot of damage, has a lot of range. And you got to add some utilities here. Bunkers, key. If you got Boombolt, you got bunkers. And then we got to add one more. It's going to be the Nitro Fist. You need that mobility. With those 3, you got a solid weapon, you got solid utility to cover yourself, and you got solid mobility to rotate around the map. That's the Zero build essentials. Rotations, cover, and a solid weapon. Issue is, it's not that easy to get a boom bolt, so you can kind of maybe substitute that with some other weapons, but that's beside the fact.
That's fair. That's fair. Listen, honestly, the Nitro Fists have been such a interesting item to have in the game. I wish they were in more of the tournament playlists, but it's cool to see it live here in this one because they're just so fun to watch. It's that general chaos that we've known to love that is Fortnite.
It's like those kind of mobility items that come throughout the seasons. We've had katanas, we've had hammers, rocket rams. Now we got the Nitro Fists, right? It's always this cool, unique kind of mobility damage item. And I think this one's a fun one. You saw the moments that can come from it, especially from Tax, from the uppercuts to the raining from the skies, smashing into the ground. A lot of opportunity.
Oh, a lot indeed. So we'll see it make its impact and its wave here in this one. But Thieves now, remember, they said last game, this is their tournament, their rivals to win. So expect a full-out run here in the final 2 games for them to try and clutch up and win. They aren't too far off there in 7th place, so there's a world where it's possible. Oh, no, Maddie and F going down early. It's going to be up to Sined to clean it up. Does end up taking that fight, but still needs to get Maddie and F back into this one. That could be a bit of a struggle, pending how far the nearest van, or the clearest van, I should say, is. But going straight towards Nitro, that's pretty risky.
I didn't actually see who Sined ended up eliminating. He did get both eliminations, so completed the full duo, but I'm not sure who it was. Good news is Maddie should be able to get rebooted here if nothing goes wrong. Not trying to jinx anything, but I did just see a duo get close by, so Sined's gonna run.
I was like, you're totally jinxing it.
That was not my intention. However,
it's the caster curse, man. As much as we don't want something to happen, it just typically does as soon as we speak on it.
That is the unfortunate truth. The good news is, going to use the combo of the Flowberry Fizz and Nitro Rings to kind of propel himself into zone. Good news is, I don't know how long they're going to chase Sined for, but I think with the amount of mobility he has, he should be able to make it out pretty safely.
So this is game 5, right? We only have 1 game after this one. And the last game has safe zone on for zones 2, similar to what we just saw moments ago. And there's some weapon bans, including SMGs and pistols, right?
Right.
Do you think, because it's another chaos game, that we could see Jayth and Co. end up falling or slipping a little bit further down because it's not that just traditional format? Or do you think they can clutch up and clean the final game of the day, similar to what they did yesterday?
It's possible, but I think the AR ban match affected them and is going to affect them more than the no pistol SMG match, because AR is kind of what they excel at, and they're very good with SMGs as well and pistols. However, not having ARs, I think, is a bit more of a cripple for them. So now that only pistols and SMGs will be banned in the last match of the day, it will affect things, but I'm not sure how drastically.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a good way to look at it for sure. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But Hanky and Pilkey, I feel like we talk about them, but I feel like it hasn't been in the same vein as we've talked about Tax, Happy Gal, and of course Clutch Shot, Vexy. Oh no, as I say that.
With a sniper too.
Tax going down. His weapon of choice being his own demise. And wait, is this going to be Thieves and Co. going after Happy Gal?
There's no way.
Wait, did they get the cleanup? I think they did.
There's only 1 elimination so far that I can see on the feed. They finished Tax.
Okay, so
has
they got
Happy made it out? Oh, she has. Look at that.
She did. Wow.
Okay. Hey, we have to be willing. We have to be willing.
I mean, if they can't find guard, that's just like...
Yeah.
That's kind of unfortunate.
Are you
'cause we're in
anonymous?
first place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Good little listen in there. hearing the inside of what's going on there. They don't know. They are staying like relatively close to the car, but it doesn't sound like they're camping it. They are going to go ahead and go for another fight here, which is a huge another duo picked up for them. That's going to be the boys from the other game title slipping into Fortnite. Unfortunate for them to go down here, but another 2 on the board for Thieves and his teammate Ecstatic.
3
Oh yeah,
elims.
see, did you hear the call out?
Oh, were they waiting for the card? Is that what he said?
Yep.
Oh,
He said
no.
Happy Gal's gonna have to come back for it. So they're gonna. Oh no.
I hope this zone pulls to the opposite side of the map, so then they might choose to rotate. But if it pulls towards them, that's not going to be good.
Well, she needs to find some heals or
I
something
think once
to
the medallion
function
leaves, you
through
should try to
this.
go for it. 'cause
Alright.
It's on the very edge of the zone.
Yeah, for sure. I got some bandages here.
Okay,
maybe
we've
from
got
the
a chest. She's got a chest here.
big pot's not what you want to
Still-
see.
Oh,
Just let me
here
know
we
when
go.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
160 seconds. I mean, yeah, you hear them, Thieves,
Oh, here
and
they come.
Ecstatic kind of just want to dip at this point. If Happy's able to hold off in the zone for a bit longer, it might just be enough to get the card here.
I mean, it's probably been like a minute or 2. I don't want to camp his card though.
They didn't camp our cards either.
Yeah, I don't want to camp it. I don't want to camp it.
Let's not. That's messed up.
I like the respect here. Did you
Yeah,
hear
you
that?
hear that? I like that. That's
They
respect.
said
That's
they-
respect.
I like that. See, that's the nice thing about like rivals events and things like this, because you can have that listen in and get more insight direct from the player as the game's going on. And that is that's just a sweet understanding of competition. That's like, you know what? Camping the card at this point is basically griefing our game and theirs. Like, they didn't camp our card.
Why would we
like,
do it?
let's just move.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going.
Good vibes, good vibes. What you love to see. Ooh, looking at
Ooh.
Vexy clutch. We know the aggression that this duo likes to have. I'm calling them as the Game 5 winners. Will that become a reality, though? Is the big question. Maddie has lost Sined, and I believe Sined must have rebooted Maddie because she got eliminated at the start of this match. So looks like
Dang, nice.
kind of changed up a bit. Now Maddie has to go find a way to reboot Sined, but she's going to have to pick up the card first. So got a long ways to go.
That's going to be the case for a lot of this game as a whole, right? A lot of these teams are on the edge of their seat. Tax being down, right? That's going to be a team that's going to be making the plays that they can to try and do something, right? Obviously, Hanky and Pilkey, another team right there on the edge. This game is super important for their overall tournament, so they have to make sure they play this effectively. Like, there is so much on the line here that it definitely raises the stakes for what they have going on.
100%.
Okay.
We'll have to see
Medallion team is coming over towards us.
what Cosmic and Ulusoka end up doing. I think they're almost dead center in the zone, so they have a pretty primed up position
Definitely
here.
don't wanna necessarily fight them.
And they already have one elimination.
Okay,
And
never mind,
Cosmic's
that's not
aim
Bucky.
is incredibly good.
That was the same guy who sniped me.
So, whoa, we'll have to see what goes on. But from what I'm seeing here, Clutch and Vexy are actually going to be aggressing towards Cosmic and Ulusoka. I believe this is the same POI they were just in, so
Yeah.
we might just see an engagement.
Oh my!
Did I hit you?
No, I'm good. I don't even fight that. Wait,
Nothing connects there
Yeah.
for clutch shot, and that's the disadvantage of carrying a weapon like that. Its accuracy is not very high, but does connect one there. That could be enough to at least get the fight started here for Vexy, but it's very, very risky. Clutch shot is not next to Vexy here, and he has had a tendency to go down in the past, so we'll have to wait and see. Can he clutch it up as a solo or separated from his team, as these teams keep just running and moving?
The pursuit continues. Cosmic now is just forced to take the engagement. If he lands this shot, it could be massive for his game, but it's not easy. Left-hand peek is not what you want in this situation. Cosmic's now going to go down. Ulusoka is going to be left alone. The question is, how long will she have to wait to pick up that reboot card, as Vexy and Clutch Shot are seeing if they can continue the hunt?
He's on the bridge.
Good plays here. Coming out from everyone to finish this one strong. Jayth, though, still alive alongside Noah plays. Ooh, connecting a few shots there. That's another engagement started. Resources coming out, though. This is not going to be an easy fight to take. They're not going to give up easily. as the fight goes on. Jayth looks to connect some big shots. That's going to be one unfortunate scenario there as they pick up another on the board in this game.
Like he was running for
Third
someone.
place, 45 points currently. Jayth
He came from
is
south. Like he went through.
I'm gonna patch up.
doing
after
something.
here.
I can
can't,
tell you
it's
that.
fine.
And it looks like Happy Gal and Tax are back in the game.
What's wrong?
I can buy you my kid. Come here.
It's okay. I got a cat.
Already. Oh, all right.
You want me to hit it?
Yeah, hit the cactus. It's fine.
I'm curious to see how they're going to rotate back in now, though.
We'll find some more too in this direction.
They have a good amount of med kits, but they're going to have to take this one slow.
Wait, where did the bunkers go? I just saw two.
I mean, this is the play they have to make, right? They buy the med kits, stay alive, get whatever resources they can for Tax to be a little more effective in the game, and then play this as close to the win as they can. So for understanding and breaking down why they're doing what they're doing makes perfect sense. I'm just curious if it'll be enough with the way that Clutch Shot and Vexy are playing.
I mean, especially if Clutch Shot and Vexy end up winning one of the last two matches. That could be devastating for the leaderboard in terms of Noah's perspective.
I think
So far, it looks like they're playing a bit more passive. Maybe they know that there's a duo close by, or they're holding the kind of reboot card
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie,
from
bro.
the initial elimination they
I'll
had close
take you
by.
later offline, but I got a stream time,
But this
a
duo
school team
tends
in Fluke.
to play a bit more aggressive in general.
Maddie here alongside Colazo again. What once was a top 10 team falling to 14th place. They're looking for a potential push up the leaderboard. Remember, even just getting into the top 10 is a decent bump in prizing. So I think that's going to be the goal for them. While they might not be able to necessarily take the win, they definitely still have a chance at some of those top spots here to bump the leaderboard or bump the prizing up just a little bit. But no, Noah plays taking a ton of damage, does end up slipping away.
This is dangerous.
Big shot coming out.
What a connection from Noah, from incredible danger to the potential of turning this fight around. Noah, are you kidding me? Is he going to play aggressive now as Jayth is going to be the one pushing in? Two connections to now a knock. Just one more needed and they've done
Wow.
it. It was Colazo and Maddie, if I'm not mistaken. What a way to turn a fight around.
Go.
That's going to be massive, and two more eliminations on the
Soak,
board for
actually.
them is 2 more points at the end of the day. This is just beautiful. This is the execution they needed to stay in the conversation in this one.
I'm gonna throw this mech in.
That was
Go
insane.
more right.
Even made Wave Punk. I heard him. That was
crazy.
He was interested there. That's a good way to stay in the game. Noah, from being dropped down on the leaderboard to now the potential of a solid comeback. But Clutch Shot and Vexy do not want to let that one slide, as they're playing very close to Hanky and Pilkey here in the pleasant Piazza side of the map.
Remember, we still have dashes too.
Yep. Are you infused behind us?
I low key.
Now, I will say this. Hanky has a pretty dope background to his stream.
I agree. I
And for that
agree.
reason alone, I think I'm going to go follow him after this.
Yeah.
You guys should too, chat.
Clay was commenting on it. He was like, every time I see that Snorlax, I think it's a person behind him, and it freaks me out every time.
See, it's the opposite for me. My wife and I love Snorlax, so it's like we're a little biased.
There you go.
That made me feel a little bit bad.
Wait,
I've got comms that Reddish ended up eliminating Noah, meaning Jayth now is going to have to play the rest of this match out solo, but
Oh,
No.
what just
No.
happened?
he did.
He definitely did. He also got put to sleep in the meantime. Jeez, was that from Thieves?
He died.
no, it doesn't look like. Wait, maybe
I wasn't the one that killed him.
I'm curious if it was. Nevertheless, though, massive loss to the lobby for those two to go down. I saw Noah was down, and I wasn't sure if he just left out of rage or if somebody took him out. But it's good to have that indication that Reddish was the one to end up taking out one of our top first place contenders. But that leaves them in a really rough spot here going into the final game. They could end up dropping 5th, 6th place, which could make first place unattainable for him.
Taking a look
It
at
has to be
Vanessa,
under
though,
us, no? It's gonna die
and
this
her
round.
duo partner
They have
in
anything?
10th place currently.
Not really
23
anything, so
players up.
Okay, yeah. No.
It's alright, right?
They might be, yeah, they might be under us. That could be the team that was under. Like 40.
90 on 'em.
Cracked one.
Some shots.
Good shots there.
Nice connections. Ooh, very nice connections, actually.
Slow, slowly.
That's what I will say this. Like,
There's a team right here at the
Vanessa has shown time and time again in these matches that she's got aim. Like, she knows how to hit them shots.
100%.
I got a fizz. I got a fizz. I'm grabbing that fizz.
Ooh.
Has clutch shot. And Vexy now, 6
Anything
eliminations.
good over there?
This is dangerous for the top 5 on the leaderboard, even the top 3 right now, as they're looking to come for first.
Not while we're in battle, Happy. This is serious.
I love that switch.
That's so funny.
Okay, can you,
That's
split
so
me?
I
Zero
have-
eliminations.
You can tell
I have
they've
Happy Stream pulled up behind me. She was just doing a full-on get up out of the chair, dance along with the emote.
Tax is
Oh,
like, not
man.
now. This is the second to last match. But I'd love to see if there's confidence between
Amazing.
the two duo or the two players on the team now. You can see they've been having a good time, both Tax and Happy, comfortable
Yeah.
playing with each other. The chemistry is being built from the 2 VRs that they've secured. Can they make it a third? That's what I'm
Here's
wondering.
the problem for them. They're going to need that VR because Clutchshot and Vexy have 6 eliminations on the board the last time we checked in with them, which is a massive game thus far and puts them right up neck and neck with them points-wise. So if they're not careful, whether it's adding eliminations or just strictly getting the win here, they could see that lead slip away from them.
Watch your left, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
curious
yeah,
to
one
see
more
how
on
it's
me.
going to change up. A lot of these players with the forecast tower have that advantage, but it looks like Clutch Shot is going to make use of those EMPs, going for a bit of the action once again.
You got him?
Unable to get a knock
Yeah.
so far. Will his duo partner do it, though?
He's
I
25
believe
white.
there's some players around that bunker. It's a 25
I need
white
your
tag,
shield
but
down
it's
here,
not
dude.
enough. As they continue with the pressure,
Going for
continue
100.
applying those shots, still
You good?
nothing,
Yeah,
as
I'm
Vexy
chilling.
has
Above
found
zone.
one.
I need to shield me out real quick if you can.
Wow, the eliminations
Are you?
continue to reign in here for this duo. And it looks like most of them at the hand of Vexy there. But, oh, Somerset going to find her
Ooh.
first in the game. That's going to be Wyatt going down there. And wow, cleaning up the duo. Somerset picks up 2.
What a way to continue. 11th place. This should be enough to get them into the top 10 once again. As Hanky and Pilkey, with the highest elevation currently in this zone, even pulling the next zone close to them. All they have to do is kind of maintain this position. If they had another bunker, that would be good for the upcoming zone. However, with the amount of shields they have, they should be able to last a good amount.
That they should. Looking behind them, though, they do have that team. Pilkey's going to go ahead and try to get eyes, but looks like, yep, they just decided, you know what, it's not worth it. We're too exposed here. Let's just stay to our bunker and fight this one out. But there's a lot of players left, but I'm not seeing too much movement in their vicinity, which makes me believe that it's all happening underneath this rock formation. So this could be massive for Pilkey and Co. if they can continue to kind of like maintain some kind of lead in the zone. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, there's still so many players that are up. I mean, 14 players. Where are they at? I can see Tax and Happy now, though. Nice shot connected, 45, but I like the Tax is keeping an eye in the sky. He knows with the Nitro Fist, there's going to be a lot of players kind of flying down. Double bunker is going to be the decision here. Shotgun in hand, ready to take shots at players that might land close to them.
Yeah, and you see them playing underneath the bunker there just in case a player tries to dive in. They were both ready, locked, loaded to take the shot and ultimately get an elimination if somebody attempts to dive in, but no one quite yet taking that risk. So now they're going to have to start taking a risk or two of their own, looking for some shots close by. They still have no eliminations on the board, and with Clutch Shots still alive here in this one and 7 eliminations on the board, this could be that gap slowly bleeding away from them at this time.
Gonna have to be careful. 14 players still up. Not a single player has been eliminated since the previous zone. Clutch Shot and Vexy making good use of their bunker here to stay covered, stay calm, stay collected. As in just 3 seconds, the zone is going to start closing, and they're going to have to continue with their rotation.
Which player? Go.
Looking up, though. Looks like they got a lot of teams in front of them. Wait, there's a pirate ship
I
down
saw
there.
that too.
I
was thinking about it.
I don't like. I love the utility that they have in their inventory, so I understand why they didn't swap. But man, I would have loved to see that thing get thrown down. Even if they just threw it down and then picked up their utility again, like. Ooh, that's gonna be a good elimination. I'm not sure exactly who that was on, but that's gonna be 8 eliminations in total here for Vexy. The man is just on fire.
I don't think they're even close to being done yet either. Now 13 players if they've eliminated that opponent, but continuing to move on forwards. Gets cracked though, has to be careful. Vexy and Clutch now. The third-party potential from Tax and Happy as they continue to rotate on forwards. Dropping down below another bunker as Tax looks back, looking to see any angles, any openings or opportunities to get another elimination.
Ooh, good shots there. Potentially taking him out of the sky here in the final moments. Tax still alive and healthy in this one. Now, though, looks like he's identified somebody on height. Ooh, and that's going to be Vexy and Clutch shot out of this one, despite the high elimination game. Not quite the placement points they were hoping to get in 7th place, but we still got great teams in it. That's going to be Ecstatic and Thieves playing for height, dropping down. Origins GG still in this one as well. That's going to be a good elimination there. On to 1. Can they make it 2? And they do.
Continuing on, 10 players up now. This is huge for Tax and Happy if they can keep on going. But for Origin from 9th place now, 4 eliminations already, looking to rack that counter up as they use those Nitro Fists to get the zone. Crashing right down onto another bunker. But can they pick up the elimination? Tax has gone down in 5th place. Who is still up?
It's Happy Gal. Happy Gal holding it down for the team potentially here. We're seeing who can fight it out. Shots exchanging. It's a duo versus potentially 2 solos, I think, at this point. Thieves trying to make something happen. Big shots coming through. Thieves taking some damage, but also delivering some damage as well. This is so chaotic to watch, Tokata.
Non-stop action as Thief has landed on the tree now. It looks like there's 3 players up. Turned down into a 1 versus 1. Origin dropped down to just a sliver of HP, but can he make it happen? He connects his shots and he does it. Origin, GG's, taking home the 5th match of the day.
Wow. What a finish there for Origin. I said it, right? I said someone outside of the top 5 is going to get the Game 5 win. Shout out Origin and Co. for walking away with that win.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't think they had it in that last moment. Origin got shot, I think, by a shotgun. Got cracked down to like, what, 30, 40 HP? And all the opponent had to do was land 1 more shot. But he connected those laser beam shots from the AR and picked up that last elimination. It was a close one, but round of applause for Origin. Good job. That's a good way to finish home the 5th match.
And to set yourself up for a potential huge payout if you're able to have a great Game 6 as well. For a lot of those teams that are on the farther outside looking in, they're really kind of mathematically out of range of taking the win right now. There's still massive implications to where you place in this tournament. And honestly, getting that win in 9th place right now, who knows? A good enough game in game number 6, you might be able to take it all there for Origins. We'll see if they're able to do it. But my goodness, what a back and forth affair there, folks. And we have quite the exciting game 6 coming up for us. Before we get there, though, chat, our friends at State Farm need your help selecting the perfect moment for us to shine a bright light on during today's State Farm Spotlight. Check out the new poll right now and to vote on which one you would like to see us break down a little bit later on in the show. Also, speaking of State Farm, the Gamerhood is back for a 3rd season with a Neo City twist. Check out Nick A30, Clicks, Kaide, Chica, T-Pain, and of course, Jake from State Farm as they take on bigger and better video games and physical challenges than ever before. The State Farm Gamerhood Neo City is an epic 5-week gaming tournament where 3 teams battle it out for a $100,000 donation to charity. Episodes air every Friday in August, beginning August 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern. So be a good neighbor and check it out on the State Farm Twitch channel. Okay, folks, we've got one more game coming down the pipe. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be right back on Twitch Rivals. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the State Farm Battle Royale Showdown on Twitch Rivals featuring Fortnite, folks. It's time for the State Farm Spotlight, where we shine a bright light on something special from today's action. Chat, earlier in the show, you selected Replay's sniping skills for this segment, so it's time to light it up, folks. Let's see what's going on in this clip here. And we'll break it down for you. Gentlemen, walk me through it, Takata. What are we seeing here from Replays?
We're seeing a nasty headshot onto Bucky is what we're seeing. In Tilted Towers as well. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what
my God, that
Replays
really
was
hit me down.
able to do in continuation. I don't think I remember seeing this clip.
You're not in.
Panda?
No,
Thoughts?
Yeah, this is a good one.
There's a bunch of
Honestly, definitely a beautiful snipe.
gonna try to
It was
top my
quick,
They're gonna-
clean, concise,
Yeah, they-
and immediately built up or got up on top of that building. Took advantage of the high ground that Bucky had once. Cleaned up his loot and ultimately
Yeah.
walked away a better
my
man
God, that
for it.
really
So
hit me down.
I can't lie, that's a solid snipe here from Replays.
You're not in.
Movement too, right? He
yeah,
was
I am,
sliding back and
There's a
forth
bunch of
before he took that initial snipe shot and then cleaned it up with the headshot. Crisp, clean shot onto his opponent.
Almost thought we were going to get a second one there at the end of that clip, but not quite. Before we get back into the gameplay, let me shine one more quick spotlight on our friends at State Farm. Whether in-game or in real life, State Farm is on your level. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We mentioned it before the break. We'll mention it again just in case you missed it, chat. The State Farm Gamerhood is back for a third season, this time with a Neo City twist. It's an epic 5-week gaming tournament where the biggest gamers, streamers, and musicians compete for a $100,000 donation to charity. You can check out Nick A30, Clicks, Kaide, T-Pain, Jake from State Farm, and more, taking on the custom video games and physical challenges every Friday in August. The State Farm Gamerhood Neo City kicks off August 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern, so be a good neighbor and check it out on the State Farm Twitch channel. Folks, we've got one more game to go before we are crowning the champion here on Twitch Rivals, and we've got some roster updates coming in from the top rope, coming in where they're playing their music. We had no idea these players would be coming in, but they're shaking things up. 4 of our teams are going to have different duos in. You kind of caught it there for a second when we watched Jaith play out the end of the game without Noah in the lobby as a possibility to reboot, because Noah has to leave. A couple of the players had to leave for the FNCS tournaments that are going on. So in Noah's place, we'll see Peach Cobbler. In Npen's place, we'll see Bloomy. In Crackley's place, we'll see Miyu. And in Bucky's place, we'll see Zemi. This is going to be crazy, folks.
A lot of action, and it's going to be intense. I'm curious to see how that changes things up because it's literally the last game. But I want to look at the standings. I want to see that leaderboard and how it's been played out because it's going to see how it sets us up for this last match of the day. 5 matches have been played out, and now there's only 1 match left. So I kind of want to see how it's looking to compare to the other players.
Let's take a look at the standings. How do they look? How did things go in game number 5 here, folks? Makeout and Origins up on top with 25. Thieves and Ecstatic still putting up those great points, getting 17. Clutch Shot and Vexy with 13 points. They were in second place. And Happy Gallon Tax only 6 here. So do Clutch Shot and Vexy leapfrog them? We'll see here in a second, Panda.
Yeah, this is tough. 6 points. I don't know if that's enough. We'll have to wait and find out. But 5 points from Jaith and no play, so not much of a difference there as far as the points put on the board here for 2 of those top teams. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But one thing for sure, we have to watch Zemi. Wow. Final game showdown. First and second place tied. Who can walk away winning it all?
This is going to be intense. This is going to be intense. Wavepunk, any predictions? The tiebreaker.
It's not look at this. We got a tie for first, we got a tie for second, we got a tie for fourth. Like, there is so much just parity across the board here. I gotta put my faith in Happy Gallon Tax, man. They gotta find a way to close it out here in the final game. We'll see if they can do it. On the other side of things, I will quickly point out, I mentioned Miyu in for Crackley. Instead, it's actually gonna be Zensky there in the 11th place next to Vanessa. They're at 23 points. Can he be the crazy carry they need to get up higher? But seeing Zemi's logo back here as well for Cruiser. It's just going to be wild to see how this 6th game goes here, folks.
Yeah, Zemi is incredibly skilled in the zero build game mode and Fortnite in general, so I'm excited to see if, they can get a pop-off game to finish it off strong.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see it, folks. All right, so for Game 6, let's quickly clarify the rules, okay? Because, again, this had a big impact earlier. The safe zone back on. Again, it's Storm number 2. So you got to get to the second zone there before you can start having some fights. And for weapons, we have some banned weapons. This time going to be on for SMGs. The Harbinger SMG, the Thunderburst SMG, the Conductor hand cannon, Ranger pistol, the normal hand cannon pistol, and Flintlock pistol. So going to be going more with the long guns for this gameplay. None of the quick bursty type weapons here, Panda. How do you feel like this is going to favor some squads over others?
You know, it's funny. We were talking about it, Tokata and I, talking about how the impact could be there for Jayth and Noah. But now that Noah is not there, Jayth is going to have a little bit of a different experience in this one. So who knows if it's going to play out the same, if the impact is the same. But there is definitely going to be an impact for sure. We've seen a lot of players carrying the SMG by choice, and so that is no longer a choice for them. So you need to be mindful of that going into the beginning of this game.
Folks, it's time for the final game of the day. Game 6 of our State Farm Battle Royale Showdown. We're going to jump on board with our leaders, see if they can make it all the way to the finish line.
It's the good news. We don't have to wait long to see how this last match unfolds. Now, look, my eyes are going to be on Tax and Happy Gal alongside Clutch Shot Vexy, the tiebreaker for first place. If either of these duos goes down early, it's going to be a relief of the opposing duo that's in that top spot. But you said it yourself, Panda. We talked about it. That's not the only tiebreaker on the leaderboard. Second, third, and fourth actually is also a tiebreaker, and I believe fifth and sixth as well. So a lot of head-to-head engagements to be played out in this last match of the day.
Yeah, this is going to be rough here for a lot of the teams there fighting for the last or for the top 5. And honestly, for Happy Gal and Tax, unfortunately for them, they need one of two things to happen. Number one, they need Clutch Shot and Vexy to go down early because they were too aggressive, right? Or they have to turn up the pace and become more aggressive, but that's not them by nature, right? So then that puts them in a compromising spot and could cause them to go down early. There's two ways that this can play out, but ultimately one thing is for sure, you know Clutch Shot and Vexy are not going down without a fight. And so far, their aggressive fighting games have been their positive ones.
That's true. I mean, if you're talking about odds, if they get themselves into an engagement, odds are they should be able to come out on top in that fight. But, you know, there's a little bit of stress always in that last match and the deciding factor on if you're going to take home that crown or not. 40 players are still up. Not a single player has gone down. You can tell that all of these players are in their element.
I have 3 nitros.
Definitely a different experience here in this one. Everybody way more mindful of what's going to happen. And remember, it is going to be a slower start because of the safe zone set up in place here in the rules for this final game. So we won't see really any action until we hit the second half of this one. But here it is, tuning in now with the leaders, or the tied for leaders in second place technically. It is Clutch Shot and Vexy. So far, a decent loadout. Not a super solid one, if I'm being honest, but they definitely have some time to upgrade the shotgun there and maybe switch up some of those utilities. Obviously, the shield has value, but of course, bunkers are going to be even more valuable. So we'll have to see what Vexy ended up pulling. Nevertheless, though, Brutal Beachhead, their home and native, continues to be a good spot for them to land.
I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see them play safer this time around. We've seen a lot of aggression from Clutch Shot and Vexy, but being the last game, them not having to get a lot of eliminations and just make it to the late game, they might just want to loot up and play it extra safe. But at the same time, you know, maybe they're just going to keep doing what they've been doing. It's been working out, so why stop now?
Yeah. No, 100%. I think looking at what they've done so far, what they have so far, too, it's telling me that they may even not be comfortable enough to push in the way that they have in some of these other games. Because remember, we've tuned in with them, and their aggressive games, they have insane loadouts. They truly have loadouts built to fight, right? Whereas other games, not so much. And this game might be one of those not so much.
Only time will tell. They're pretty efficient here on the loot path. You can tell that they've planned it out well. but not too stressed out either. I'm just listening to the comms. They seem pretty relaxed, pretty collected. Just continuing with what they're used to doing.
Only people are gonna call us after Bastos.
Yeah, a little zone one here, pool.
I mean,
Once this zone,
We've gone in almost every game but one.
yeah, what I was just going to say is, like you were about to say as a reminder, I think once this zone closes and second zone appears, they can take those fights again. That's why there is 40 players alive. You can actually not eliminate anybody until that second zone appears. And also, you can't use any SMGs or pistols, so we'll see a lot of ARs, we'll see a lot of shotguns, but basically no SMGs or pistols this match.
yeah, looking at where they are at here on the map, it kind of just makes sense for them to post up and hold it down. This is a beautiful spot to find, but again, I still don't think they're comfortable with the loadout that they found, so that's why they're finding themselves be more aggressive. Also, this forecast tower could be of value to them if this one pops, but we'll just have to wait and see.
I still have a great gatekeeper, bro. I don't like that. Extra bunks here? Maybe we should throw it down right here.
Yeah, I mean,
Called it.
Yeah, exactly. You can hear them talking about it. Having that extra time to kind of loot up means you want to have a pretty good amount of loot by the time that second zone appears, knowing that there's no chance of you getting eliminated between that.
Ooh,
Attacks.
we're seeing two different POVs now, right? Because obviously fighting is officially allowed. So we're seeing maybe Tax a little more aggressive than in the past, maybe trying to go for some of those early game engagements if they can get the elims first. Still smart engagements. Or get the damage first. Still smart engagements, but maybe a little more aggressive is definitely on the mind here for this duo. But all they need to do truly is just watch the elimination feed and engage whether or not Clutch Shot and Vexy had any hand in taking some of these players out.
I'm listening to the comms here. They're focused in. Like, normally, look, they had the dances, the emotes, the laughs, but I can tell that this match specifically, both Tax and Happy Gal are very locked in. They are focused on making this one count. And understandably, being tied for first place currently, you want to make sure to perform the best you can.
Ooh, huge tags here coming out from Pilkey.
We're going away now. Cheers.
Going to be running in.
I got it.
This is going to be the NPC grouping that they needed. They should be able to get this forecast tower, and that's going to be another advantage on the board here for Pilkey and Hanky as they attempt to clean up some spots here on the leaderboard. Again, they were tied in third place with fourth place with 48 points. And if technically if first and second get 0 points and they have a massive game, there's still a win potential for them.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened in yesterday's tournament. One good match is really all it takes to put you back on top in a good position on the leaderboard, especially if you're able to rack up a good amount of eliminations alongside that. If Pilkey and Hanky end up doing that, that would be crazy. The comeback of the century. Sinet and Maddie, though, looking to see if they can just find any players rotating the surrounding area.
I like the call out. We have to be the most obnoxious team with this loadout. And that's fair. I like the acknowledgement here from Maddie. That bow definitely causes some serious problems in zero build more than standard BR, but still in any game mode nonetheless.
I bet I know what Sinet has too if she said that. I know exactly what's in Sinet's inventory. Once again, Tax and Happy playing it calm in the bush. They've got a bit of time to breathe now. Waiting to see where this zone closes so they can go to the uncontested side. They're kind of hoping it pulls north so they can have the south side uncontested. Or south, apologies.
I didn't realize this whole time Happy Gal's been playing on a PlayStation.
Wait, really? I didn't even know either.
Like, wait, if we get a chance to look at her POV again, look up next to her name and you'll see the PlayStation icon.
Oh, she's doing
There
that
it-
again.
oh.
It's over.
There it is.
You're right.
There it is, playing on a PlayStation, emoting, and still sitting in first place. Like, that's kind of nuts.
This is a first. This has got to be a first.
First ever. We heard it from Wavepunk.
Goodness, they know. So I was hoping we could
Yeah,
bait
good
some
luck.
people in here.
They know.
It's a
It's a good
beacon
strategy.
This is the most important game.
saying they want to fight. I mean, I don't know if there's ever been. This would be a hard thing to ever fact check or know, but I don't know in the history of Twitch Rivals if there's been a game that you can play on PC if a person that won was playing on console. That might also be a first.
That'd be a good fact.
Ooh. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll
I
never
like
know.
that.
We'll
Lots of we'll just claim that they broke a ton of records.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I like that too. Group decision. We've agreed.
Well, they have to win first. I guess we
They,
should say
do,
that.
they do gotta win.
That is one thing we left out.
They are tied with second place right now, so it really is anybody's game. But we'll have to wait and find out here for these two duos. But switching over, it's Origin. Origin coming back in a big way there, now sitting in 5th place. That was a really solid finish for them. Could see them in contention for 3rd or 4th, depending how their game goes. But Thieves now in 4th place. They're another challenger for the top spot technically. If Tax, Happy Gal, Clutch Shot, and Vexy end up going down earlier than expected, this could be that Thieves and Ecstatic game like they kept talking about.
Yeah, they had a solid match too. The most recent match, they got 17 points, so it bumped them up the leaderboard. Now putting them in 4th place, as you can see, tied for 3rd place with Hanky and Pilkey. Now it's all about keeping that momentum from the most recent match. If they can get another 17, 20-point game,
There's one more for you.
I mean, it could even be enough for 1st place if Happy and Clutch, both duos, go down.
I can't get on ult yet. They dropped. They dropped.
Yeah, they're on me.
I want to
I'm on their way.
see more chaotic
Yeah,
events
no,
like this,
they're
but I want to
running
see them
around.
get even crazier.
They're running again.
I think that's a challenge, Twitch Rivals.
Three again?
I want to see the next Fortnite event get even more insane rules, like double point elimination games, or
Gotcha.
you can only use utilities, no weapons at all. Like, just could you imagine that in game, everybody trying to pickaxe each other?
I have
Be
a copy of
amazing.
ammo for you too if you need.
I think we saw something similar in the Nick K30 event.
You have what, five nights?
Something happened with pickaxes. I think it was the vehicle-only match. Everybody just started taking out the pickaxe and going crazy. Or nitro dashing into each other. Pilkey, Hanky. Looks like they're going to stay around Matt and Olympus. They do have that forecast tower so they can see where the upcoming zones appear. And it seems like the upcoming zone is going to be a bit far from them. So they're going to have to make a bit of a rotation.
Yeah, definitely going to be a play here for them to make. Vexy and Clutch Shot also have the forecast tower. Interestingly, though, they're opting to stay opposite edge of where the next zone is going to be. They really are playing a little safer than we had seen in games past. So that's good to see as well, because that really takes this game down to who can survive longer.
This is Brutal Beachhead. This is where Clutch Shot and Vexy do drop, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're not too far away from this location, but haven't seen them in a little bit, so I'm not exactly sure where they're going to be positioned at in terms of Hanky and Pilkey. Go ahead.
Wasn't that Clutch Shot and Vexy?
Keep looking for your nitro.
Okay.
We'll just play
If
this.
that
I think
was,
that was
then
Vexy.
okay, well then that makes a lot of sense actually. Then that makes a
was
lot
like-
of sense.
I was like, maybe I'm losing my mind, but I think
I'm
that's
the one that's
Vexy.
losing my mind.
It's okay. You've had a long day.
That makes a lot of sense then. Yeah, they drop a Brutal Beachhead. They're around Brutal Beachhead. Zone's pulled
Drop the DMR maybe for
Wait, wait, can you
kind
get
of towards
these,
them in a sense, so they're definitely not playing as aggressive
Yeah, I think so.
as they
No, they're
have
playing
been in
the edge of
previous
zone.
matches.
Like,
Yeah,
some
so
sort, 'cause, like,
they're
with
slowed
no
down a bit.
SC2, like,
They
if
know
you
what
get
this
knocked out
last
of a
match
bubble, you can't
means.
get, like, burst beam.
Yeah.
So it's really just going to come down to the late game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easier.
And you know, look, honestly, shout out Hanky and Pilkey. You guys had a really exceptional final game yesterday. If you guys win this game,
It's so annoying. If you didn't have that medallion,
what's a challenge?
A challenge. Oh, there's
One of these days, I want to make a challenge that could cause me to get a tattoo. I think that's
Oh,
like
wow.
It
Not
sounds like
this
you,
one, though.
It sounds like you just want a tattoo.
Yeah, it sounds like.
You know, you
I
can
mean,
just
I
go do
have
that.
some. Listen, trust me, I have some. Listen, You know what? I'm gonna do that next time. I'm like, oh, I'm already gonna get it like a Lugia
Yeah,
tattoo.
exactly.
So let me just like put a bet on it. Oh dang, they won.
So
Gotta go get it
unfortunate.
now.
What
That's
are
how
the
the farm.
odds?
She's got the boat.
The boat and the mythic item, which can turn you
Yes.
into a boat, basically.
Shout out Peach Cobbler. This is the first event or first game we're getting to see her in this event, but she's also been crushing it in the events she's been playing in. So massive shout out to Peach Cobbler. Keep doing your thing.
Also, massive shout out to Peach Cobbler. I just in general, as a concept, as a dessert.
Just
Oh.
yeah, I get that.
Dude, I
Oh
had
my
Peach Cobbler the other
goodness.
day. Can't even lie.
Made me
And
hungry
And it was
now.
phenomenal.
I'm gonna go
Haven't had
find
peach
some
cobbler
tonight
in
if
a
I can.
minute. Yeah.
Oh, dude, definitely the play.
All right, we'll see you later, Wave Punk. Enjoy the peach cobbler. Don't worry, I can
Listen,
host now.
bring
See y'all
some
later.
back for us, okay?
See ya. Pilkey and Hank have moved now. As we mentioned earlier, they do have that forecast tower, so they know where this zone's going to pull, which is why they are no longer in Mount Olympus. I wonder if they want to go more to the edge zone, though, or try and center themselves a bit more. There's still 37 players up. This is the most stacked match that we've seen throughout the whole day of competition. So this late game is going to be that much more chaotic.
Yeah, we knew that some of these teams were going to slow down. I didn't expect all of them to slow down.
That is true.
Under 30 out the air.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice shot by
Pilkey.
Pilkey. No way he gets two.
Oh, I was about to say that might take over the sniper spotlight there if you were able to hit the back to back, but
Look at me with the sniper though.
good shot there nonetheless there from Pilkey. Hanky also relatively close by. They're going to play the outside of the zone. Make sure nobody's coming to or forcing their back. I like this. I like this a lot from them. This is that Pilkey mindset. He is so smart when it comes to high pressure situations.
Vision on them.
Um,
As long as you're like
again, as much as sometimes I'll mess with him about his ego on socials, Pilkey is a phenomenal player.
That's true.
I'm about to fist you in a
You can
second.
see by the shots that he was connecting with that sniper. But now, just like almost everyone else in this lobby, they're not trying to show off. They're trying to play it safe as he just gave his opponent a haircut. I was taking a look there, Sined. I was going to say, wow, you need a lot of confidence to Nitro Fist right into a duo, but for now, one of the other players is just playing it slow.
What's interesting is they're kind of playing a little split here, which is super risky with this many players left in the lobby, right? Almost all the teams are still up. So taking that risk and being split from your team is definitely not necessarily the best choice, but they're back together now. So fingers crossed they don't run into too many issues. As he's trying to use these different markers.
Slips. Luckily enough, Nitro Fists would save the day. No longer in zone, though. I don't think any part of the Nitrodrome is in zone. Basically, a little bit of the bridge. So we'll see what they decide to do on this rotation here. Continuing to kind of mark around the surroundings, spot out enemies, see who has gone down. It's going to be Headshot Chick, actually. That's been knocked. Fluker now is left alone.
That's a good pickup for Kalen. Oh, no.
I don't know I'm here.
Wise World. Unfortunately, or Will's World.
I know.
Unfortunately, not having the strongest finish here. 16th place. Definitely not terrible. It's not last place, of course. But Will's
Great
World,
positivity.
I got to say this for Will's World. Every time we've tuned in with him, he's been going through it. Like, there is like some
Yeah.
unfortunate scenario that he has been stuck in. And he's he's had to try and either overcome it or unfortunately go down. And sadly, a lot of times he's gone down. But he's holding it down now. He's staying up.
Got him.
Ooh, look at this.
Ooh.
Is this the beginning to the end? Clutch shot Vexy.
Someone else is gonna get it.
We're seeing a bit more aggression now, but you can even see they got that elimination, but they're not fully committing to anything. They're playing extra conservative this time around. The only match that they are playing safe, and this is not looking good for Tax. He has lost his duo partner, Happy Gal, and now is forced to play alone for the rest of this match and battle
Yeah, this.
that first place spot.
Listen, remember what I said? You're just gonna make me proud.
Ooh, he doesn't have an AR either.
Just kidding. You did
Like, you
great.
hear that, though? The support is strong. If Tax clutches this up,
It's not over
Sorry for
till
the
it's over.
not only
That's my fault.
It's not
will we
over till it's
get
over.
a winner, but also I think we'll know who the supportive winner is as well.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree more.
Not over till it's over. Happy.
But now it's all on Tax's shoulders here. While the pressure is mounting, this is not a situation he is unfamiliar with, as he's been here before and he's taken home trophies before. So this is no new experience for Tax. And for that reason, I'm putting my confidence
You
in
didn't
the
have
boy.
anything on your body, right?
Look at his loadout, though.
Fizz
SMGs and
Shock.
pistols are banned from this match, but not even an AR. It's just a shotgun and utility. What Tax needs to happen here
Yeah, double it.
is he needs Pilkey and Hanky to play aggressive against Vexy and Clutch Shot. If that ends up
Yeah.
happening here and both duos start fighting, either he third parties or just stays up
Ooh.
longer than them. That's going to be a huge connection. This knock could be massive. 1 point
Oh!
can make the difference. But now Tac is dropped
How much
down
health did that person have?
to 9 HP. I'm not sure, but this is not looking good. No medkits, no bandages, no sort of heals. I don't know what Tax does in this situation.
Oh, no, he's getting fired upon.
Another bunker is going to be placed, recuperating the HP that is lost. Going to take a shot. 95
Ooh.
white. Is that going to be an option for him to play extra aggressive? He knows it's a duo, so he can't really fully commit yet. Zone pulls far away as well. Nothing is going in Tac's favor so far.
I believe we can see the comeback. 9 HP in a dream here for him, but Collazo. Wait, is it Collazo? It is Collazo's team on the receiving end, so it's Collazo and Maddie that caused such a disruption there for Tax. And if you look at their inventory, Collazo does have a med kit. So if Tax were able to make the push and if Tax were able to get the elimination, there's a world where he could have potentially got the heals. But ooh, he finding some big stuff here. This is huge for him. Oh, but can he play the med kit now? Oh,
Oh, this is so brave.
Gets closer to zone. Medkit's going to be used.
Oh my gosh.
It's all up to the
in the
RNG. Will they be able to see him? Will they
has to
not?
do it.
Between two palm trees, Tax is risking it all right now. The medkit gets popped successfully. Nitro popped as
Wow.
well as he used the fist to get on into zone. He has to play this slow, though. He needs to let his opponents battle it out.
yeah, and he's basically back into this one as now he finds the soda that's gonna heal him back up into this one as well. Big shots come through. He's gonna break the shield. This one could be the elimination he needs. Puts him ahead. That's
huge.
one elimination. 2 on the board here for Tax and Happy Gal. This could be the comeback we want to see.
Tax is not done yet. He continues the aggression right into an opponent's
Oh!
box. He knocks down one. Does he get them
That's
both?
two!
He does.
That's
another
two!
2 eliminations.
Please, Happy, don't say anything. I'm sorry, but I need to concentrate.
Tax
Don't
is
say
locked
anything.
in right now, cold-blooded ice in his veins as he continues to stay in his element. He needs to rotate forwards, though. He's recuperated his HP, he's recuperated his shield, but he still has a long journey to go as Vexy and Clutch are both looking healthy.
Ooh, this is tough. 5 eliminations on the board is a massive lead here for Vexy and Clutch Shot. But for Tax, all he needs is to stay alive and for them to go down. That points difference wouldn't take too much. Oh, this is such a close fight. The Nitro Fizz comes out. He could potentially drop on another team. No, actually opting to go low. I like this play a lot here because it's going to be tough for anybody to get in. But no, as I say that, someone immediately finds him and starts to connect. Oh, still in the box there.
Looks like he wants to go right back in. The shield bubble is going to end shortly, but he doesn't have a lot of HP to work with. It's just a couple shots against Tax to take him out here. But if his opponent's low as well, he might be able to. Unfortunately, he goes down to a static in 7th place. But Clutch Shot as well is going to go down. Vexy is now left alone, connecting shots with the AR, but unable to secure more eliminations yet.
That is a tough way to go. I think we know potentially who has won it, but Vexy now surviving here in the final moments. Looks for the win here. Oh, is taking a lot of damage, though. Could be going down here soon. Needs to stay up and alive to confirm the win for his team. The shots, though, raining all around. He is going to be able to almost get the refresh there, and he does. That could be enough to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Few more players remain. He goes up. He drops down. Isn't quite enough damage there to finish it, but Vexy doing everything he can to hold on.
More shots connecting. Nitro Fist still in hand. He has to recuperate those charges, though, as he reloads his shotgun. Flowberry Fizz going to be popped as well, as now just 5 more players remain. He goes in the clouds. Meteor down from above. Will he be able to connect more shots, as he has 1 more charge left, cracking his opponent's way, but he's got to be careful. The overshield is almost gone. Nitro is still active, just 62 effective HP and shield without that overshield. He has to be careful as his opponent goes on in. 1 shot is all it's going to take down Vexy, but he's still looking unstoppable.
This is such a close bout here for Vexy as he cleans up another one. This could be his champion run as Vexy secures more points for the team and the win. He finishes the day not only with a victory royale, but what is most likely our champions of this Twitch Rivals.
Oh my goodness, folks. What a battle to the end. The gameplay has concluded, but the points still have to be crunched. We're going to get all the numbers lined up. When we come back, we'll let you know who won Twitch Rivals. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. Tortilla Tori, congratulations on the driving. It was a close one, but you made it through the maze. That's what counts, folks. It's time to select the winner of the State Farm Golden Khakis Award and to give a quick thanks to our good neighbors at State Farm, the official supporters of Twitch Rivals. Earlier in the show, you selected today's Golden Khaki Award category as the, quote, most supportive neighbor. So here are your nominees. We're going to walk through some clips and show you guys which ones we think you guys are going to get to vote for here. The first one going to be Jathan Noah's team play.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
I'm gonna bubble out there.
They're in this. They're in this. I might be able to shoot him in a sec. 40. One shot. Dead.
Nice.
Just bumble. Gonna try to res right now.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, I'm shotting him. 100, 30. Yep. Nice. Good job.
Rebubbling.
Okay. Nice. Good job. Docks, bubbles. I got 4 bunks. I'm chilling.
Careful on our roof.
Watch out. Yep.
Fantastic.
This is going to determine the
Hear
course
all
of our
the different
friendship.
moments. Here's from one from Happy Gal.
How do you like your wings? Bone in or boneless?
Ooh.
Answer it.
I don't know. I'm
Be
scared
honest.
to answer wrong.
Just be honest with yourself.
I'll
don't
be honest.
be
I
fake.
like both, but
You think we should take our car back and shoot them up?
I like boneless a little bit more.
Oh, you're my best friend! Ah! Yes! 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 Read the room, buddies. Boneless is better. It's always been better. It will only ever be the best.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we see Thieves out here taking a tactical dip.
You said? Man, I love toes. Ah, I shouldn't have dipped that toenail.
25.
Want to get keyed?
Hit hard.
Nice, chill.
One shot on this
Chill. Yeah.
I got him. Hit hard.
Chill,
80.
don't peek.
I got my full kill.
Nice, you're crazy, bro. Don't peek.
bunkering on it.
Yeah, bunker it. I'm watching her back.
Oh, didn't work.
That's huge, bro.
Ruined
Take
her.
my bunks.
Yeah.
We can take a little, it's fine.
Okay, so those are our finalists, each one with a moment worthy of being shown again. Folks, it's time to vote. Jump in the poll and decide who today's Golden Khaki Trophy winner is going to be. Takata, if you had to give one clip that you think is worthy of a trophy, which one would it be?
Look, it's difficult. They were all good clips, but because I also saw the action yesterday, I'm gonna have to go with Happy and Tax. Just from what we saw, that was not the only time we saw a lot of support.
Did you agree? Are you also a boneless guy?
I'm actually bone in, but we don't have to talk about that. Look,
What about you, Panda? What about you, Panda?
So I'm gonna be honest. I even said it during the broadcast that I was rooting for Happy Gal to take home the Golden Khaki Award. Until she said boneless is better than bone in.
We got
That's what I'm talking
two
about.
bone-in people here.
What
But
are you
yours is like
waiting
messes? You guys understand? You can eat boneless with a fork.
Listen.
It's great.
It's not as good, Wave Punk.
Also, if you like, you can eat wings in one bite. Like, if you don't know how to do it, that's the problem.
it's
That's
Like,
a skill diff. That's actually just a skill issue.
Skill diff.
It's a tech. Like we've literally patched it out. We don't have to do it anymore. Come
Patched
on.
it.
So much easier, folks. I don't know. All right, the results are ready. Chat, you've put in your votes. Let's see who's gonna get to take home the Golden Khakis trophy. Is it Thieves? Is it Happy Gal? Is it Noah and Jay? That's Happy Gal, of course it is. There was no question you and your chat here wouldn't be here showing up. Congratulations, Happy Gal. You've gotten a winner of a wonderful trophy here. And remember, whether in-game or in real life, State Farm is on your level. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, folks. Now, I know all of you are like,
How you
that was
answer
what we
this is
really
gonna
came here
determine the
for.
course
We
of our
really
friendship.
came here to see this moment
How do you like your
once
wings?
again. You got
Bone
just listen to it and enjoy it.
Ooh.
Answer it.
I don't know. I'm
Be
scared to
honest.
answer wrong.
Just be honest with yourself.
I'll
don't
be honest.
be
I
fake.
like both, but
You think we should take our car back and shoot them up?
I like boneless a little bit more.
Oh, you're my best friend! Ah! Yes! 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 Read the room, buddies. Boneless is better. It's always been better. It will only ever be the best.
Yeah.
Okay. A wonderful moment. A wonderful, fantastic moment. Everybody wins. Everybody wins there. Okay. Well, we're you know, folks, I know that the golden khakis isn't what you guys were like really waiting for in this moment. I know everyone loves it, but it wasn't specifically the thing that everybody's sitting on the edge of their seats waiting for. I think it's probably the Intel Core Memories. That's what everyone's sitting here waiting for, folks. They're really excited about the next one we get to do.
Yes, that's it. That's the one.
Of course. I'm excited for it. So, folks, let's do that right now. Chat, we make tons of memories every year on Twitch Rivals between our streamers, amazing gameplay, and even sometimes us as talent. But now, with the help of Intel, we're going to celebrate the best ones with the Intel Core Memories. Each show, we'll select the defining moment from today to be forever immortalized in our Core Memories yearbook. Here is today's Intel Core Memory.
1 HP. 1 HP, dead. Okay, follow me.
Nice.
Literally just run behind me. Right in this bubble.
Do we take this bomb? Oh.
Dead? Oh my god, I'm going. Oh, Happy, you're by yourself now. You're alone. It's just you.
Okay.
Can you get to me? I'm right in front of you somewhere.
Yep.
This is what I'm talking about, Happy.
They're here. They're shooting me.
I'm with you. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna bub.
Yep, that's a great bubble.
Here we go.
You know exactly what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay, follow me now. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Just run left, all the way left. Just use your dashes. You have dashes.
No need to use.
Yep. Stay on top of the bunker. Dead.
To the left.
Jump on top of this bunker. Yep. Good work. Oh.
EMP'd, double EMP'd.
We're getting EMP'd.
I'm one shot, dead. Sorry.
It's okay. You did great.
Yes, that piece of trash. That's what he gets for. Just kidding. You did so good, buddy, but you did hurt my teammate. It's a 1v1 tap.
Nah.
Oh, man. I watched that moment live, and it was still cool to watch it the second time, folks. This is your Intel Core Memory from State Farm Battle Royale and Showdown on Twitch Rivals featuring Fortnite Day 2. We'll reveal the full Core Memories yearbook later this year, including a bracket-style contest for the Intel Core Memory of 2024. Intel's Core 14th Gen processors and Intel Art graphics allow gamers to stream, create, and compete at the highest levels. Gaming happens with Intel, folks. So I know you're really excited about the Core Memories, but the real thing you're here for, folks, is to find out who wins the whole tournament. So it's time to reveal it. We've crunched all the numbers. Your winner of Day 2 of the State Farm Battle Royale Showdown on Twitch Rivals featuring Fortnite is... Give it to me, folks. Here it is. Oh, it's Clutchshot and Vexy from the back of the line. They come all the way to the front. What a victory, Tokata.
They made it happen from the aggression in day 1 to also day 2. They continued with the consistency, and that's exactly what mattered in those final moments. I don't think we talked about it enough. Vexy's clutch in the last match of the day, Game 6, was one of the most insane clutches I've ever seen on a Twitch Rivals. History was definitely made today.
Oh, massive. I mean, genuinely one of the better performances we've seen in quite some time, and really something that they should take away and be proud of. That final push, that final finish, those final 3 games that you see, 19, 13, 23 points. It came very, very close there in the end, but that 23-point game wouldn't have been possible without Vexy. So massive shout out to the team, massive shout out to that final push for Vexy, but massive shout out to all of our competitors here on Twitch Rivals. You all did phenomenally, and it's always great to hang out with you guys and break all this incredible gameplay down.
Yeah, I mean, this is what a back and forth day for Clutchshot and Vexy as well. They got 8 points in game 1, then 18 points in game 2, then only 6 points in game 3, then 19 and 13 points in maps 4 and 5, ultimately clutching it out there and getting the win in game 6, really ramping up when it mattered most. Let's take some time to talk to our winners here. Clutchshot and Vexy are on the line on Twitch Rivals to talk through their emotions and the experience of the day. I mean, gentlemen, walk me through, Clutchshot, let's start with you. Walk me through the experience of today, because I feel like you guys just got off a roller coaster ride.
Dude, it was amazing. We had a lot of ups and downs. Just like yesterday, we had like a really rough start, and then we were kind of like going back and forth, and then Vexy started going crazy with his aim, and we just started playing for endgame. But like the feeling was crazy. Like the whole hot zone, not hot zone, all the switch ups, everything from the reload. It was just a lot of fun.
That's what I love to hear. Yeah, I remember when your drop spot was the hot zone. You guys had like 10 duos dropping on you, but you still made it happen. Look, I have a question for Vexy. You popped off in that last game. I want to know what was going through your mind. How did you make that happen in those last moments?
Well, I knew if Tax is alive, I'm not gonna win the tourney. I had my mind going into day 2. I might win this tourney, I might not. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna show out. I knew I had the Mythic Nitro gloves, and I knew it was like I just gotta keep going up, going down, going up, going down.
Hey, it worked out. That's what you love to see.
Honestly, a phenomenal finish. Yeah, I was about to say, Clutch Shot, you're sitting back watching that moment, right? What was going through your head? What was going through your mind in the final moments? What were you doing to hype up your teammate?
I was just letting him lock in. I knew like Tax was like tied with us the game before, and I already knew like he got eliminated or whatever. I wanted them just to lock in, so I didn't say anything. But he's like one of the best like Zero Build players like I know. So I just like I'm not surprised. He's done crazier things too. It's just like it's just one of the things he does.
Well, gentlemen, winning a tournament is never easy. Congratulations on getting the victory here. I'm going to give you both an opportunity to make any shout-outs you want here. Vexy, we'll start with you.
Shout out my Twitter, @VexyIRL. Shout out God, made me win, and shout out Clutch Shot for letting me participate with him today and yesterday.
I want to shout out my community. I appreciate them all. They're amazing. I want to shout out Taylor, the host, for this event. He got me in there like one of the last seconds. It was amazing. And State Farm for hosting us, and I appreciate all the good vibes, dude, for both days. I don't think we've ever had a Twitch Rivals for Fortnite. That was 2 days ever. Not that I ever played one, but for 2 days. So I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you.
Well, that's awesome. Well, gentlemen, congratulations again on the victory. Good luck in future competitions. All right, folks, that is Clutch Shot and Vexy. Go give them some love in the chats. They have earned it today, as well as $500 just for showing up, competing in an event. Did an excellent job. Yeah, gentlemen, I mean, this is it. What a good day. This was a good 2 days. Thanks to State Farm for putting this on.
There was so many moments, too, that are like core memories that I'm sure we're going to think back on in future tournaments. I mean, the first clutch from Tax in game 1 to the final clutch to take home the tournament by Vexy. It was truly an event to be remembered.
It was awesome here, gentlemen. That does it, though, for day 2 of the State Farm Battle Royale Showdown featuring Fortnite. Thank you so much to our friends at State Farm for making both of these days amazing and possible. We really appreciate them being here. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And as we wrap up the show, it's time for a special version of the Twitch Rivals raid that we call the Raid Launcher. The Raid Launcher will randomly select one channel from all of today's participants who are still live. And once we have a winner, we will launch all of you, along with 25 gifted subs, into that lucky streamer's channel. So let's spin it and let's see where we're going today, folks. Spin the wheel. Let's get it all going here. Let's see who's going to be it.
Where are we going? Purple or black? Purple or black? Panda, what do you think?
Purple. It's got to be purple.
I'm going to guess.
Put it on black, baby.
All black. I'm going black as well. I think it's going to land on Zemi. I don't know. I'm guessing Zemi.
Zemi? Whew, close
Tax?
enough.
Tax!
Hey, second place. Yeah, I mean, Happy Girl got the award, right? And then they didn't actually get the win, so we got to give Tax something here. Oh, we got 22 seconds. Panda, any final thoughts on the day?
Hey, listen, it was incredible to watch, incredible to hang out with you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. And of course, shout out to Tax. I know you guys didn't win, but you're going to walk away with 25 gifted subs and everything else.
True. Takata.
25 gifted, a host, everything. It was great working with all of you. Thank you so much, Twitch Rivals. Thank you, chat, for supporting. We only have 3 seconds. What do you got, Wave Punk?
That's all we got, folks. Thanks for watching the State Farm Battle Royale Showdown featuring Fortnite. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.